Good morning. My name is Mason Dooley, and these are my special Bon Air memories. Everyone in 5th grade has their own journey here at Bon Air. Some are happy, some are sad. This is my story. In kindergarten, life was a whole new world. I didn't know anyone, and the school was so big. Random people were holding my hand and showing me around. Thankfully, Mrs. Lawson was my teacher. She was really gentle and made sure everything was okay. Mrs. Lawson let us play a bunch of games. During the Christmas season, we did a play called Polar Express. I remember Mrs. Lowry singing a Christmas carol. I was excited because Mrs. Thompson, our music teacher, let me play a xylophone during the song. 1st grade was magnificent. Why? Because Mrs. Baum was the bomb. She was a great helper. Whenever something was wrong, Mrs. Baum sprang into action. She made sure everyone could read by the end of the month. Mrs. Baum also let us play games. I was glad because Mrs. Lawson had told us that games ended after kindergarten. Mrs. Nowazik was my 2nd grade teacher, and guess what? She let us play games to learn. She was always pulling out puzzles, board games, and trivia stuff. Also, Mrs. Nowazik was a big believer in exercise, so we got a lot of extra recess. She also was a big sports fan, so I talked sports with her a lot. Also, Mrs. Nowazik and Mrs. Majeski liked to spike up my hair every morning. I liked it because it was so long. At the end of the year, our class did a 1,000-piece puzzle of the galaxy, but we never finished it. I am proud to say that I wore an NFL jersey every day of school in 2nd grade. I technically had 2 teachers in 3rd grade. Mrs. McGeehan challenged us in a good way. We had to get ready for our first years of SOLs. We had a project where we made compound machines. Mine was of a moving flagpole. Mrs. McGeehan was great because I could talk college basketball with her because her husband is a coach. After Christmas break, Mrs. McGeehan had a baby, so we got a long-term sub, Mrs. Mitchell. Mrs. Mitchell introduced us to our expedition on nutrition. We also did a play on nutrition. We had a great field trip that year. We went to Williamsburg. It rained at the end of the trip, and we had to run a half a mile back to the bus. Mrs. Falls, our group chaperone, was the fastest runner. 4th grade was awesome. Mrs. Beardsley was always encouraging us. She always made sure we were prepared for her tests and reviews. Also, we switched class for math. Miss Smith, my math teacher, was very kind. She let us work in partners for everything. Our field trip was to Jamestown, and I think it rained that day too. Of course, 4th grade means my division. Our dance was about Maggie Walker, the person, not the school. During the performance, we had to wear shorts that made us look like 1960 basketball players. Out of all the grades at Bon Air, 5th grade has been the greatest. I have had 2 super teachers. Mrs. Strupp is very generous and funny. I like how she sings to us to get our attention, class, class, class. And we reply, yes, yes, yes. Mrs. Cannon has been a terrific science teacher. She has brought that subject to life for me. I am now much more interested in science because of her. The talent show in February was a showcase of all the students' talents. Zadie and I were chosen to be the MCs. I had to do a lot of costume changes. We have had a great new game at Bon Air that Mr. Ponder taught us, Gaga. It is like underhand dodgeball. We had a tournament and I won for the school. Mrs. Graham led our Battle of the Books program. I was so excited to be chosen for the travel team. When we beat Greenfield and Crestwood, it was the best feeling ever to bring the championship back to Bon Air. Another fun program we had at Market Day, which was led by Mrs. Perry. A group of 4 students would create something by hand to sell at Market Day, held at VCU. My group of Franklin, Peter, and Rex made a lot of money. Our 5th annual 5K was another great day. I placed 3rd for kids 12 and under, and won 2 free games of bowling to Uptown Alley. On our field trip to Washington, D.C., the bus ride took much longer than the teachers expected. By the time it was lunchtime, my stomach was rumbling like an earthquake. I liked seeing the original American flag, Dorothy's slippers, Kermit the Frog, and the Ocean Hall in the Natural History Museum. I will miss all the kind teachers at Bon Air, as well as Mr. Tetlow and Mr. Johnson, and all of the nice ladies in the office. The most important thing I've learned at Bon Air Elementary is to be nice, work hard, and fly high like a Bon Air eagle.